Hey guys, this is question MM007 in the Maths Methods Sharpen Study Guide. How to apply a transformation matrix to an equation and find out the line that is created using that matrix, basically. So if you haven't sort of gotten familiar with this too much, it can be a little confusing, but let's break it down. So I'm just going to rewrite this transformation matrix just so it's a little bit easier for me to see what's going on. Now, what we need to sort of, there's two things to this. So the first thing is to recognize what each one of these things actually means. And then the second thing is to actually create equations from that. So this little top left number here represents a dilation in the y-axis, and this number here represents a dilation in the x-axis. So because that's a 1, it's not being dilated in the x-axis at all, but this negative here represents that it's being reflected over the x-axis. So that's what these things here means. These two things are always 0. If you ever come across a multiple choice question that asks you what a transformation matrix is supposed to be, and these aren't 0, that's wrong. These are always 0. Unless you're finding inverses, but that's another sort of question. These are your horizontal and vertical translations. So this is translated 1 unit to the right, and this is translated 3 units down. Now, how do we create equations from this? So we basically go across. So I like to say that this side of the equation is x dash and y dash. And then we get, all you basically do is you times this 2 to the x, and then you plus 1. So x dash, which is this side, equals 2x plus 1. Same on this side, negative y, take 3. Now what we need to do, it's a little hard to explain this part, but essentially you're trying to solve for these two variables here, x and y. So that means that if we sort of rearrange these, x equals x dash minus 1 over 2, and y equals negative y dash take 3. Happy with that? Sweet. So from there, we actually have an equation 2x take 3y equals 5, and that's our original equation here, 2x take 3y equals 5. And what we actually need to do is replace this x and this y with this x and this y, or these two function or equations here essentially. So our new function, we have 2x take 1 over 2 minus 3 negative y take 3 equals 5. Now can you see what I've done there? All I've done is replaced this x here with this function x, and replaced this y here with this function y. So from there, we just expand it out. So this becomes x take 1 plus 3y plus 9 equals 5. And then we get x plus 3y, the 9 take away 1 is an 8, and then take that 5 equals 3. So you're plussing 3 equals 0, which is of course an answer E. So our answer is x plus 3y plus 3 equals 0.